What's up, guys? So today we are going to be looking at the Dewalt 20 volt 550 psi power cleaner. We are going to see if this is strong enough to clean out the duck pen, because ducks are extremely messy. If you didn't know that, you do now, because we sure didn't know that. So I have read a lot of reviews that have said they bought theirs online and it looked like it was a return and had a battery and charger with it. So we should have 3 nozzles plus the turbo, soap bottle, and the hose. And in here, that is exactly what we have. So we have the hose, we have our wand, instructions, which I will read before assembling this, soap bottle, and we have our actual tool. With our nozzles aren't up there. Nozzles are in here. All right. So we have everything we're supposed to have. That's good. Let me go read the instructions. All right, we are going to be running ours off a garden hose. So assembly is pretty easy. Screw in your quick connect to the hose down here. We have nozzle storage up here. All of this is essentially quick connect. You just turn this, push it in, it'll lock. Same thing for down here. You just pull this down and it locks in. That's the turbo nozzle. That's the one we're going to be starting with. And then the only other thing that we need to do down here is our battery release. And that opens up to our battery box. So we are assembled. Let's get the hose hooked up and see what it does. So I'm kind of interested to see. Okay, so if you thought ducks weren't messy, you're wrong. They are extremely messy. Now this is all over concrete, so I'm going to kind of play with the nozzles a little bit, and we're going to see how well this works and if I can get through some of this without having to scrape it, because a lot of it I probably couldn't scrape up because of the concrete. Okay, so when you're going to do a time lapse, before you start it, always test it first beforehand. That way you can make adjustments so you don't look like an idiot on the time lapse. This thing works great. What I had forgotten was that we had put down wood shavings out here to try to help control their poop, and it's not enough. So I scraped some of that up because there's really nowhere for the stuff to go, so I have to bring it up to the door and then scoop it out. So now that that's done, I'm going to see if I can find a place to set up a time lapse, and we'll get to some cleaning here. Okay, so I didn't get everything on the time lapse, I got most of it. So the limitations here are more, not so much the tool as they are the environment. Yeah, I could have probably done better with a 1500 power gas unit, but you know, a gas unit is more than 3 times the cost and not something I can afford right now. Compared to what they had, this is more than adequate. You know, the brick itself, the smokehouse dates to the 1860s. This pad is old. It's not that old, but it's really old. It's got all kinds of settles and cracks and all kinds of stuff, and it's just really hard to really do much. And then obviously this side is much lower, and I can't really put any drainage holes down there because the raccoon will get in and eat all my ducks. So that will evaporate or drain. I'll try to see if I can come up with some solution to help it. Maybe put like a real couple small drain holes along the edge there to help it drain. But you know, there's not really much that I can do with that, just because I have to keep it raccoon sealed. We've lost 30 chickens already. We've only got 4 raccoons, so there's more out there. And then in here, if we can even get light. Hi! Yeah, it won't let me turn. Yeah, it won't let me turn the flashlight on because I'm in the wide zoom. So in here, this gets built up really bad. Now I did this after I did the outside. That way I was sure I had room to spray it outside and then spray it back out to clean it. But you can see concrete here again. And the problem with this is trying to get a shovel in here. Like, this is as far as the door will open, so you can't get a shovel in here to scrape it out. So the pressure washer really, really helps with that. So overall, I am satisfied with the job. Very hot, tired, sweaty. I did empty an entire 5 amp hour battery from full doing this project, but I got a good hour of runtime out of it. So, and I had to have more batteries waiting and ready to go. As you would expect, I am a mess. I expected that. So it's not nearly as bad as it could be. Didn't get any of it in my mouth, so I'm happy with that. So I'm gonna go dump the leftover poop. I need to fill their pool. We actually were able to clean the pool up with the pressure washer. Did not damage the plastic at all, so I'm really happy with that. So I'm gonna try to do this weekly or every other week, depending on how quickly they make a mess of it. So if I stay on top of it, then it'll be easier. Won't have to do these complete scrub outs like we had to today. But this will definitely make things a lot easier out here, and those guys will be a lot happier. So thank you for watching. This was not sponsored. Dewalt, if you want to send me something, send me a 60-volt table saw. That's next on my hit list. Because we don't have good power out here. We've got 4 acres, and I'm trying to ditch gas as much as possible. So flex volt is my next upgrade, and table saw is going to be my next need. So trying to get my hands on one of those will be the next one. So this video was sponsored by our ducks' poop and how massively messy they are. So if you get ducks, expect there's more work than there is with chickens. It's a completely different story, but they are really cool to have. They're a lot prettier than chickens, and once they start laying, their eggs will be a lot healthier too. So thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. Alright, well, I started to make a video with the other camera, but it died, so we're just going to run with this one. So we're back out, a little bit of bonus footage. We need to clean up the raptor, and we're having issues getting enough water to the cleaner, so we're going to see just how well we can do. For one-handed, let me back you out because that was probably horrible to watch. For doing it one-handed, that's not too bad. Like I say, every time you hear it shut off, that's because it's not getting enough water. Like right now, it's not getting water. And when it can't get enough water, it goes into low. Actually, right now I have no water coming out. That's not a problem with the sprayer. I am not getting water. There's why. Man, I really don't want to spend 70 bucks on a kink-free hose, but I may not have a choice. I'm just having problem after problem after problem getting enough water to this thing. Which makes me glad I didn't spend 400 bucks on a gas pressure washer, because that would have been even worse. You'll have to excuse me for not looking at the camera, as I have 550 psi of water pressure floating around. That's a pretty good bath so far. I'm not going to try to use the camera under the deck, so we'll be right back. Alright. I only ran it just bringing it up here from the barns, so it is still, it's mostly cool, but I'm not going to like spray the block or anything, but I'm just going to give it a, you can see the dirt coming off of that, and that's cool enough I can spray the block. This is low, because I realized I hadn't done that before, so that's low, but we've been using as high. Stuff that we brought out from the other side. That looks good. Alright, that looks good. I'm happy with that. We'll let it dry, because we'll just let it dry out before taking it back. Just make sure everything's good and dry on it. It won't take long with as hot as it is. So, thank you for watching. Probably going to hit a couple more spots on the deck. So, thank you for watching the addendum. Peace.